So I only like tall men, right? I'm tall, I'm 5'11", so I need someone taller, especially when I wear heels. But why do they criticize it that you shouldn't just go for height? Well, yes, I should. Actually, your body has to match physically with your partner's. It's not going to work otherwise. It's going to be really, really weird. If I'm dating a guy smaller than me, it just doesn't match. Have you ever been in a situation where you're with someone in the spicy department who is incredibly compatible with your body type? You've got the same body type. You look like twins, but you're not, right? It just works, you know?
Well-spoken and beautiful voice, tall and athletic, healthy lifestyle.
Update on my 5 foot fling. Right, he's really short. I'm 5'11" and he's 5 foot. Now, I've only ever been attracted to men who are taller than me. I need a 6 foot tall man. He knows that too, okay? Anyway, he's returned. He said it would never work. And I was like, don't be silly, you don't want me. He was like, I want you, but you've got a child and I don't want a child. I was like, let's get to the basics, man. You're 5 foot.
180 centimeters tall. I've got a problem. Usually the men who approach me are like here, especially when I'm in heels like today. So I'm like, oh really? You'd like to take me out, would you, Paul? Okay, 1 second. And then I just sort of put my arm on his shoulder like, look, Paul, ain't gonna work. Do you really think you want to look up to me all the time? It's like you're my little pet Paul, you know what I mean? It just looks absolutely ridiculous. I need a guy who's up here. Everyone tells me that's 5% of the population. My response, yeah, that's a lot of men, you know? A lot of men. I don't want some short dude, like, you right, Paul? Yeah, let's go have some fun. Also, another thing, when I'm taller and he's here, he has to go like this, you know? Just to get things working, but a tall guy would just be normal.
So catch a short guy, he comes up to here on me, which is highly likely, because in heels I'm over 6 foot right now. Do you think that I would be the one wearing the trousers in the relationship, or he would be? Because if I'm talking to him and he's here, I'll be like, you okay, darling? Looking down to him at all times, and he'll be looking up to me, and I feel like the dynamic changes. And if he's this small, he won't be able to protect me. Okay, so the 5'3" men put in a lot more effort than the 6'3" men. They know they don't have height, so they have to attract women in other ways, and their ego is somewhat down, okay? And I like a man whose ego is not up here.
If I sit here on your lap and I squish you, I feel like the dominant, powerful woman of the relationship. Do I want to feel like that in a healthy, loving, caring relationship? No, I don't. I really don't. I want my guy, and here, to be big, strong, tall. Yeah. I had a very short period in my life where I was like, fuck it, I just want a short guy. But then every time I was like, useless.
Asian men are petite, you know, they're very often very small, skinny men. Some of them have muscles, but generally athletic and small. They go crazy for tall women. The problem is, I don't like them when they're like 5 foot, because I feel like I'm dealing with a child, and that's not a good cup of tea. I like a man who really makes me feel like a woman, and that's usually someone taller. But saying that, I actually saw an Asian guy the other day who was taller than me. I kid you not. I had to do a double take. Thank God he didn't turn around and see me looking right at him, staring right at him.
Pretty much, ask any woman what she prefers in height. She's gonna tell you 6'4", chiseled jawline. You know, every woman wants that tall man.
You know, everyone was really into the gladiators. They were like the big, strong men back in the day. Well, their doors were really small, so this is me without heels, and if I was to enter, I'd have to like really crouch down, you know? So the gladiators would fight in this area.
Right, it's pretty much impossible to have a girl, a daughter, who is taller than their dad. So, just a piece of information, if you want tall kids, probably don't go for a short man, you know? This is actually a key thing why women want, you know, tall guys, because generally they want tall kids.
Now
here's a fact for you about short kings. The ones who always talk about how short they are, but it doesn't matter because their ding-a-ling-a-long is not short. Yeah, tall guys don't even mention it.
Short men mentality really gets me deep, and it winds me up so much, because short men seem to think they need 3 core things. They'll all show you, like, this is me before, this is me after, this is my 6-pack now. We all fucking know you're on the gimmick. We don't care. Like, 6-pack or not, just, you know, live life a bit, eat stuff, nobody cares. Even tall men have 6-packs, nobody cares. It means you're like starving, or you need some water, get a drink of water, whatever, then your 6-pack will go. Secondly, they think they need, like, to really show off about their cars, they need big cars. Because they're not tall, they need a big car to make up for it. And guess what? It could be on finance. Women don't care. You could have bought it on a credit card and be paying off monthly. It doesn't mean it's like an asset in your name as such. It could be a loan. Thirdly, short men mentality, they all seem to talk about the size of their milk machines. Again, nobody cares. Like, when we're talking about Asian milk machines, maybe it's a slight problem, but for the major part, it's the love, it's the chemistry, it's the romance between you, it's what you say to her if you want her to be your wife. That's important.
So what you guys want to know is, do the Australian snow bunnies date the short Mexican guys? Well, people, I'm going to tell you the truth. Australians are kind of fussy. As snow bunnies, they are pretty fussy. Like, when it comes to Eastern European snow bunnies, they don't give 2 crapperoonies if you're a short Mexican or a tall Mexican. You're safe with those. Australians, in all fairness, they often want the fit guys. So, like, you gotta have a 6-pack. If you're a Mexican and you're fit, you can probably get away with being like 5'8". Anything under that, I don't think an Australian snow bunny is going to accept very easily. Their standards are quite high. You know, they're actually a good-looking place in general. Like, everyone's, you know, sun-kissed skin. A lot of blondies around Australia. A lot of Indians actually try and get a visa and work in Australia for the snow bunnies. You know, a lot of Indians are heading there. Also, the job conditions are better than India too.